All eyes will be on Parliament today because Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing the upper house, that's the Rajya Sabha, at 10:30 this morning. The Prime Minister's address comes at a time when opposition parties have been upping the ante against the centre over the three contentious farm laws and the protest by farmers. The Prime Minister is expected to address all the concerns and questions raised by the opposition over the farm laws. And ahead of the address, BJP has, as always, issued a three-line whip to all of its MPs to be present in Rajya Sabha till February 12th. Meanwhile, Lok Sabha will also convene today following the opposition's disruption seeking a separate discussion on farm laws. A day after a glacial avalanche hit the Chamoli district of Uttarakhand, wreaking havoc, joint rescue operations are underway by the NDRF, the ITBP and Defence Forces. There are several people who are stuck due to these flash floods. 10 bodies, unfortunately, have been recovered so far. 26 people have been rescued in all. Over 100 remain missing at this point. The workers from the second tunnel of the Tapovan hydro project are yet to be rescued. Around 30 people are likely to be trapped in that tunnel. Yesterday, 16 were rescued from tunnel 1 after we saw a lot of silt entering these particular tunnels. Water level is again increasing in the Alaknanda River. Police have alerted people living in the surrounding areas to evacuate.
(10:45 a.m. Chamoli district, Uttarakhand. Disaster struck a little before noon. A portion of the Nanda Devi Glacier in rainy area in Chamoli district broke off. Triggering a disastrous chain of events. Moments later, the Dholi Ganga River broke its banks, its waters menacingly flooding areas downstream. The Tapovan NTPC power project was swept away completely. Many working at the plant went missing. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat swung into action to lead the relief efforts.
लोगों के अभाव में यार पुल जो बह गए उसके कारण जो कट गए हैं तो पहली चीज़ तो उनके लिए कोई राशन की कमी ना हो जल्दी से जल्दी कोशिश होगी कि जो लोग अभी एक तरह से फंस गए हैं तो उनको मदद पहुंचाई जाए.
In Delhi, the centre too moved quickly to help out Uttarakhand.
Jai Jai Shri Ram!
Prime Minister, who was in Assam and Bengal to launch projects, personally monitored the relief efforts being undertaken.
वहाँ के लोगों का हौसला किसी भी आपदा को मात दे सकता है. उत्तराखंड के साहसी लोग के लिए मैं प्रार्थना कर रहा हूं, बंगाल प्रार्थना कर रहा है, देश प्रार्थना कर रहा है.
The rescue operations were launched at a war scale. Amid the scenes of utter devastations, there were those who survived against the odds. Caught in a tunnel that had collapsed, these were the people favored by fate. They also owed their lives to the relentless efforts of the rescue forces.
The moment information was received, at the very same moment, different agencies got active. ITBP was active, SDRF was active, even Army was deployed, NDRF too has been deployed, and all have been working jointly.
With Gaurav Sawant in Chamoli, Bureau Report, India Today.
India Today's Tejpal Singh is at the mishap site in Tapovan. So what's the rescue operation looking like? How far are they progressed? And the difficulties that the personnel are facing on the ground? He gets us those details in this report.
लगभग 12 घंटे से ऊपर हो चुके हैं ग्लेशियर को आए हुए और भारी तबाही का जो मंजर है यहाँ पर देखा जा सकता है तस्वीरों में साफ तरीके से कि किस तरीके का मंजर यहाँ पर बना हुआ है। लगातार एसडीआरएफ की टीम, पुलिस टीम और आर्मी आईटीबीपी की टीम लगातार यहाँ पर अपना रेस्क्यू जारी किए हुए है और सुबह से लेकर देर रात तक उन्होंने अपना रेस्क्यू जारी रखा है, जिसमें आप देख सकते हैं तस्वीरों में साफ तरीके से कि जो नदी 30 से 35 मीटर नीचे बहा करती थी, आज वो 35 मीटर लगभग ऊपर बह रही है। देर रात होने से रेस्क्यू को रोक दिया गया था, लेकिन सुबह प्रातःकाल फिर अपना रेस्क्यू जारी कर जिन लोगों की यहाँ पर दबके मरने की संभावना जताई जा रही है ताकि उन लोगों को बाहर निकाला जा सके। तेजपाल सिंह चौहान, तपोवन।
Gaurav Sawant, our senior executive editor, also spoke to the Uttarakhand DGP about the rescue and relief work.
Sir, will rescue operations continue through the night? Is there anything that's hampering your operations, something that you require?
No. What hampered was there was another, fear from the villagers. They said that there were still some sounds of breaking of glacier, but sometimes smaller sounds are there after the big glacier breaks into avalanche. So some water rise has taken place. So for temporarily we have stopped the opening of tunnel. But we are watching, monitoring closely, and again start the operation once the water recedes.
Okay. Now, as of now, is there an apprehension that there could be after effects? We are told that a team of the Defence Research and Development Organization, those who study avalanche and glaciers, they are coming there. Is there an apprehension that there could be after effects? Is there an apprehension that water level could still rise in these rivers, sir?
Throughout the day it was at a low level after the tragedy, but in the evening it has, afterwards our operations were on. Suddenly water rose little bit and the apprehensions could be there. We have also deployed drones to look for such other things in the nearby areas. But if the RTO is also deploying, that's good enough.
A multi-team mission helped to rescue a number of people trapped in tunnels post the devastation following the avalanche. And in this report, we break down exactly how the rescue operation progressed yesterday.
In images of distress and catastrophe, came images of life-giving second chances, a leash of Nai Zindagi. Pictures which define the fight back, workers rescued from water-filled tunnels.
पानी बनने के कारण हम ऊपर टनल के सरिया के द्वारा आधे रास्ते तक आए, फिर आईटीबी की टीम आई, उन्होंने हमें निकाला। जो आपदा आई उसमें आईटीबीपी की टीम ने हमें बचाया और वहां से हमें रेस्क्यू करके ये अपने चिकित्सालय में लेके आए, यहाँ पे हमारी देखभाल करी और अभी हमें यहीं पे रखा हुआ है।
But all this wouldn't have been possible without the armed forces.
Jai Bharat, thanks for ITBP. Okay.
Hours of deluge and distress that wreaked havoc in Devbhoomi seem to be subsiding.
जो भी उसके लिए जो एक रेस्क्यू टीम चाहिए वो हमारे पास पूरी उपलब्ध है और उसके लिए जो एक्सपर्टीज चाहिए वो हमारे पास उपलब्ध है।
While many have been rescued, others are still missing. Rescue workers are racing against time to trace those who are yet to be marked safe.
The moment information was received, at the very same moment, different agencies got active. ITBP was active, SDRF was active, even Army was deployed, NDRF too has been deployed, and all have been working jointly. Of late, information was received around 60 persons they are stuck up in a tunnel. So ITBP carried out search and rescue operation and they rescued those 60 personnel.
Lamps were lighted at the banks of Ganga at Varanasi's Dashashwamedha Ghat for safety of all missing workers. India joining in to pray. Bureau Report, India Today.
Another story we're tracking very closely this morning here on India Today is updates coming in from Tamil Nadu, because you've got Sashikala heading back to Chennai today, and it's going to be a massive homecoming for her. Chinnamma's return to the state comes after she spent 4 years in jail in a disproportionate assets case and nearly 10 days soon after in a Bengaluru hospital for her COVID treatment. She's expected to leave the resort she's currently staying in Bengaluru at around 9 a.m. and then head home. She's going to be staying in Chennai's T-Nagar, and so she'll reach there by about 8 p.m. The reason you're going to be seeing such a long road trip is that they have a huge plan to welcome back Sashikala. Now, AMMK cadres are expected to give her a royal welcome. Not only that, arrangements have been made by her party cadre to welcome her at 56 different locations in Tamil Nadu. Ahead of her arrival, security has been beefed up in the state as a threat of a showdown looms large. Ruling AIADMK has already approached the police against Sashikala. They've lodged 2 complaints claiming, one, there's a threat of violence from Sashikala supporters upon her arrival, and second, on the issue of her having used the AIADMK party flag in her car. All eyes, of course, are on her political course as the state approaches assembly elections. Let's also get you details of how Home Minister Amit Shah has hit out at former ally Shiv Sena during an address in Maharashtra's Sindhudurg. You've got Amit Shah saying that the BJP never promised Shiv Sena the Chief Minister's post following the assembly elections in 2019. Further attacking the Sena, Shah said that if the BJP had followed Shiv Sena's path in 2014, its existence would have been wiped out. Shah was in Sindhudurg to inaugurate a private medical college run by Narayan Rane, hitting back at the BJP. Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut said that the Congress had earlier predicted the same, but that Shiv Sena had bounced back stronger. Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday lashed out at the conspiracy to defame Indian tea while speaking in Assam at a rally. Prime Minister Modi said that those who are conspiring to defame India have stooped to a new low and that they're not even sparing Indian tea. He added that some documents revealed that foreign powers are planning to attack India's identity associated with chai. Prime Minister's Sunday visit to Assam was the second to the poll-bound state in over 2 weeks and comes months before the assembly elections in the state, where the BJP is hoping to retain its majority.
आज देश को बदनाम करने के लिए साजिश रचने वाले इस स्तर तक पहुंच गए हैं कि भारत की चाय को भी नहीं छोड़ रहे। आपने खबरों में सुना होगा, ये साजिश करने वाले कह रहे हैं कि भारत की चाय की छवि को बदनाम करना है। योजनाबद्ध तरीके से भारत की चाय की छवि को दुनिया भर में बदनाम करना है। कुछ दस्तावेज सामने आए हैं जिनसे खुलासा होता है कि विदेश में बैठी कुछ ताकतें चाय के साथ भारत की जो पहचान जुड़ी है उस पर हमला करने की फिराक में है। क्या आपको ये हमला मंजूर है? आपको ये हमला मंजूर है? इस हमले के बाद चुप रहने वाले लोग मंजूर है आपको? हमले करने वालों की तारीफ करने वाले मंजूर है क्या आपको? हर किसी को जवाब देना पड़ेगा जिन्होंने हिंदुस्तान की चाय को बदनाम करने का बीड़ा उठाया है, और उनके लिए यहां जो चुप बैठे हैं ये सभी राजनीतिक दलों को हर चाय बागान जवाब मांगेगा, हिंदुस्तान की चाय पीने वाला हर इंसान जवाब मांगेगा।
Moving to the heated political war in Bengal, Prime Minister Modi yesterday visited Haldia to address a rally and inaugurate development projects. During his rally, he criticized Mamata Banerjee's government for being anti-development and also accused her administration of being corrupt.
Jai Jai Shri Ram! Jai Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram!
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday storming Bengal, pushing a massive infra overdrive in the poll-bound state, and was greeted with Jai Shri Ram chants.
Jai Jai Shri Ram! Jai Shri Ram!
The Prime Minister slammed Mamata for opposing Bharat Mata Ki Jai chants while keeping mum on global conspiracy to defame India.
क्या आपने भारत के खिलाफ इन षड्यंत्रों पर, इन साजिशों पर दीदी के मुंह से एक भी वाक्य सुना है क्या? षड्यंत्रकारियों से मैं कहना चाहता हूं, देश इन षड्यंत्रों का पूरी ताकत से जवाब देगा.
Modi was at his combative self, taking multiple aims at the TMC government.
यहां की सरकार विकास की योजनाओं को रोकने में ही अपनी शक्ति लगा रही है. राशन कार्ड धारक देश में कहीं भी अपने हिस्से का सस्ता राशन ले सके, इसके लिए वन नेशन वन राशन कार्ड योजना केंद्र सरकार चला रही है. पश्चिम बंगाल के लोगों को अब भी उसके लागू होने का इंतजार है.
Accusing Mamata of depriving central funds and schemes to the state.
ये वो सरकार है जो आपदा में भी, मुसीबत के समय भी भ्रष्टाचार के रास्ते खोजती रहती है. इससे बड़ा अपराध और क्या हो सकता है?
And also rampant corruption.
इतना बड़ा साइक्लोन आया, चक्रवात आया, इतना कुछ तबाह हो गया. लोगों की मदद के लिए केंद्र सरकार ने जो पैसे भेजे, उसका इन लोगों ने क्या किया, ये पश्चिम बंगाल के लोग भली भांति जानते हैं.
The poll-bound state got multiple infrastructure projects totaling over 4,500 crore, including an LPG import terminal, a 348-kilometer long gas pipeline, the second catalytic isode waxing unit of Haldia refinery, and a highway project. With Prime Minister Modi's second visit in as many weeks, the battle for Bengal has entered a crucial phase. With Indrajit Kundu in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.
England have strengthened their control in the first test against India, with the hosts still 321 runs behind England's first innings score of 578. Rishabh Pant provided India a glimmer of hope with a fast-paced 91, but at stumps, India was still reeling at 257 for 6.
Caught in front, is it? Yes!
England continued to bat again on day 3.
The new ball was taken
after a brief resistance from the England tailenders. The third new ball did the trick for India, with Bumrah dismissing Dom Bess.
Is he going to review it? No, he walks away.
Soon after, the English batting folded up, but not before they had posted a mammoth 578 on the board.
Being out there blocking when he could be strapping the bowling boots on and taking wickets.
The opening stand between Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill did not last too long.
Terrific bowling from Jofra Archer.
Archer first got a genuine edge off Rohit's bat, and then Gill was also on his way back, with Archer once again the wrecker-in-chief.
In the air, and Jimmy Anderson doesn't drop many.
Just as you thought that Shubman Gill was looking good, that's a soft shot from the young man.
Spinners soon got into action for England and Dom Bess got the big one in Virat at short leg.
It's a brilliant catch from Ollie Pope at short leg, but that is a classic off-spinner's dismissal.
The next over from Bess produced another big wicket for England when Rahane drove a full toss and root dive to his left to take a brilliant one-handed catch.
India have lost the fourth.
Well, again, you've got to say it's the ball dipping into the Indian batsman.
Pujara, as usual, dug deep and Rishabh Pant was blasting boundaries right from the start.
It's gone up a long way, but it's also gone a long way.
Pant was scoring boundaries at will, while from the other end, Pujara got to his 50.
A use of feet from Pujara and gets to his half century with that boundary. All along the ground, that drive. His 29th half century in Test match cricket.
Another hit to the fence and Pant joined Pujara as they walked into the post-tea session at 152 for 4.
Question. Gets to his half century in style.
The partnership added 119 runs for the 5th wicket before Pujara was dismissed in a bizarre fashion. Short mid-wicket taking a rebound catch.
Via the body, I think, of Ollie Pope, and it just hung in the air. Rory Burns with a simple catch, and it's the last thing India needed. They worked so hard to get back into this game.
Pant was closing in on his maiden test run at home, but it did not happen. And he had to walk back for 91.
Shots, he was looking good.
Ashwin and Washington Sundar survived the rest of the day with India at 257 for 6, still needing 121 runs to avoid a follow-on.
257 for 6.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.